Goodbye, my son. Our hopes and dreams travel with you.
He'll be an outcast. I'll kill him.
How? He'll be a god to them. What if a child dreamed of becoming something other than what society had intended? What if a child aspired to something greater?
My son was in the bus. He saw what Clark did.
You're the answer, son. You're the answer to are we alone in the universe?
Can I just keep pretending I'm your son?
You are my son. And I have to believe that you were sent here for a reason. And even if it takes the rest of your life, you owe it to yourself to find out what that reason is.
How do you find someone who has spent a lifetime covering his tracks? For some, he was a guardian angel. For others, a ghost who never quite fit in.
You will give the people of Earth an ideal to strive towards. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
You believe your son is safe?
I will find him!
My father believed if the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. He was convinced that the world wasn't ready. What do you think?
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S.
On my world, it means hope.
Well, here it's an S. How about
Excuse me.
Hey guys, Movie Fan 356 here, coming at you today with kind of another movie review. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be very spoiler heavy. We're going to discuss Man of Steel. There's going to be a lot of spoilers in this movie. It's going to be more than just a movie review. And we're going to give our thoughts on the movie. Overall, what did you think of Man of Steel?
I thought it was pretty good. There were some things I didn't like. There's a lot of things I liked. I liked the new Superman.
Yeah, Henry Cavill, who played him.
It's pretty good. Still not Christopher Reeve.
And no one's going to be Christopher Reeve.
If Christopher Reeve had a son, he could.
Christopher Reeve does have a son.
Well, there you go. Why couldn't he do it?
I don't know.
Probably can't act.
Maybe
You probably can't.
his dad.
I don't know. Yeah, I like the movie overall. You know, there was a couple things. There
His
was.
dad played Superman, didn't he?
Did he?
Reeve?
I think so.
I think so on that television show.
I don't know. Did Christopher Reeve's father ever play Superman? You guys comment below and let me know. I'm gonna have to do some research on that later.
I think he did in the black and white.
I think
I think it was like a television show.
Oh, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to research that a little bit. Yeah. Overall, I liked the movie. There were a couple things that I was kind of iffy about, but overall, I did like this movie. And I'm not a Superman fan, really. Other than the first two Christopher Reeve ones, I liked. I liked the Smallville show and the Lewis and Clark show that they had. But other than that, I'm just not really a Superman guy, so I didn't really read the comics.
Lois, not Lewis.
It's Lois.
You said Lewis.
Did I say Lewis and Clark?
Yes.
Well, edit that part out.
Got an adventure there, going on the Oregon Trail.
Lois and Clark. But yeah, General Zod is the villain in this one, who's played by Michael Shannon. what did you guys think of Bam? So what did you guys think of General Zod, played by Michael Shannon?
Michael Shannon did an excellent job.
He did an amazing job as General Zod.
I can't stand the guy.
She can't stand him.
I think he was the best General Zod I've ever seen.
Right, yeah.
And I've read the comics. I'm the huge Superman fan here.
Right, he's a Superman fan. I'm really not, but you know,
I got like a big wrestler to do him instead.
I think Michael Shannon did a great job as General Zod.
I think somebody else could have done
He
better.
beefed up pretty good for that.
Yeah, he did. He beefed up. Don't spill my pop, dog.
His face has got to go.
His face. Wow.
Well, you know what? I think he was on fire.
He was on fire, was he now?
Why is it not open?
Oh, it's working up there. Look at it.
There it is.
It's on. Oh my God, he's on fire! So yeah. Oh, this is just like this is what I did on the movie talk show. Do you buy or sell? Sell. That's what we did on the movie talk show.
I buy Michael Shannon.
I buy it too. But yeah, Amy Adams is Lois Lane. You guys liked her or not, or what? What are your thoughts on Amy Adams? Oh, she was alright. She was okay.
Are you gonna show her?
We might as well show her on camera since she is putting her input on.
Nobody wants to see me.
Oh,
I do. I look at you all
Broke
the
your
time.
camera.
You're gonna be.
I love this woman.
You are gonna be a YouTube sensation.
I just broke
Just
your
act like you're having fun
I
for once in
love
your
this
life.
woman.
Whatever. You guys got problems.
That's my future wife.
Yeah.
She should have dyed her hair black.
Russell Crowe.
No, let's go back to Amy.
Oh yeah, Amy Adams. We'll get to Russell Crowe in a little bit.
Should have had the black hair.
Yeah, brunette. I
When
know.
she found out about Superman being Clark Kent.
Way too early. Way too early. I
hated that.
I did not like that, but you
That
know.
was way too soon.
That was a disagree.
That's a sell for you. But yeah, I didn't really care for her finding out that soon either.
I didn't like the way she found out.
I didn't even like the way she found out either. It was.
She's cute. She's a good Lois Lane.
She was a decent Lois Lane, yeah.
But I didn't like it. I don't like the direction they're going with it, so
Yeah.
that's kind of ruined it for me.
Right.
They should have maybe went with one of his earlier love interests.
Yeah. I'm not too familiar with any
He
of
had a
the
love
earlier
interest when he was in high school.
ones. Oh, okay.
So they might should have maybe
Lane or Laney or Janie or something. She
Yeah.
was on the school bus.
Maybe that little girl on the school bus.
the little girl on the school.
Yeah.
That's who it was.
Maybe. See, I'm not a Superman fan, so I don't know all this.
That's who they
inside
should have
stuff.
went with.
I didn't know that.
They should have went with that because she knew about him.
Yeah,
Because
obviously.
she grew up with him, and
Right.
so she knew about him.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of having, they could have had Lois Lane come in as just a reporter and meet him at the Daily Planet at the end
Right. Like,
in the mysterious building that just reappeared.
yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's talk about the rest of the cast. Russell Crowe played Jor-El, Superman's father from Krypton on there. Great work as Jor-El. I loved him in this movie. And, what did you think of, Jor-El? Whoa, my God! My face is gone! Hey! And it follows me! That's crazy. So, oh my God, it came back!
Because you're still on it.
Yeah. So, Russell Crowe is Jor-El. You like?
I
loved. Did a great job. You want to put your input on this topic too?
I like Russell Crowe. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a thumbs up on that one.
So we're getting
But
a thumbs up.
The only problem was in the Christopher Reeve shows, his mom was the one that was telling him things, not dad.
Yeah.
His mom appeared to him, not dad. So they switched that. Run, you fucking
I
moron!
like Russell Crowe better than Marlon Brando. I gotta say.
What the hell's Marlon Brando got to do with any of it?
Marlon Brando was in the first movie.
Marlon Brando was in the
Jor-El.
first. He was the first Jor-El.
He was the first Jor-El.
Oh, well, they barely showed it. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like how they did the whole Krypton thing in the movie.
Oh yeah, when they
So-
showed Krypton, like the first 10-15 minutes of the movie is all Krypton small. Because in the original we only had like what, maybe 10-15 seconds of Krypton, and this one we got like 10-15 minutes of it. And so it was great to see
And the
Krypton in its
planet
final
was
days.
definitely on fire.
And it's on fire! Literally. Ain't this effects great?
Yeah.
So yeah, I like them. Kevin Costner played Jonathan Kent. I think he did a really good job of that. I really felt for Kevin Costner in this movie.
I really like him, and God, like she said before, he is old.
He's getting old as hell. He is.
He is really
I don't
old.
think there's an effect for old, but we can look.
Look.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna look for an effect for old.
Maybe that. That's kind of like an old nurse.
How about this?
Wow, he is old.
Wow, he's old. So, yeah.
But he did knock him out of the park.
He did knock him out of the park. That's for sure.
No, Superman knocked him out of the park.
Yeah. Let's see. Diane Lane. She was Mama Kent. I'm not sure what her name was. I forget.
She did really good.
She did okay. You know.
Looking old as
They
fuck,
did.
too.
She's looking.
They did not have enough of her in the movie.
No, she should have been a little bit more than what she was.
So, I'm gonna have to sell that just because they didn't have enough of her.
Yeah.
They didn't.
She was supposedly the one that made the suit.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that either.
I could be
What, the suit?
Yeah, that the suit was in the spaceship that was 20,000 years old.
Yeah. Which would be a nod to Supergirl, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's a very possible nod to Supergirl.
You're hoping.
I'm hoping. I'm so
Be a
hoping.
Supergirl. And they need some kick-ass girl like Ava Mendes to play it.
Eva Mendes is Supergirl?
Oh, yeah.
That would be interesting.
That would definitely be.
Yeah.
Outfit.
It'd be better than Megan Fox, that's for sure, I'll tell you that.
Ooh, I don't
But you know
like
who they'd
Megan
probably
Fox.
get? They'd probably get that Mexican chick off of that car show, Fast and Furious. What's her name?
Michelle Rodriguez?
Yeah, because she's real badass.
Yeah.
Ooh, to Megan
Supergirl's
Fox.
gotta be a
Ooh, to
badass.
Megan Fox raining on our fucking
Oh,
parades
parade.
here.
Why'd you even bring that up?
I don't know. Megan Fox has nothing to do with this movie. Thank God.
But she's gonna ruin another movie I want to watch. So.
I know she's gonna ruin another one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's
They'd
gonna.
probably screw the whole thing up and have Angelina Jolie do it.
That'd be raining on a parade too.
Right. Total rain on the parade.
She ain't got boobs.
Total rain on the
Cut
parade.
her boobs off. I should cut mine off.
There we go. There's the rain on the parade.
Do not cut your boobs off.
So
You
yeah.
got watermelons.
No,
You'll lose like 100 pounds.
I know. She didn't have shit and she cut them off.
What about Christopher Maloney, the guy from Law and Order, who was with the one soldier?
Oh yeah, I was shocked to see him in there.
Did you?
I was shocked.
I liked him in this
He
movie.
was really good.
He was really good in this movie. I liked
Played
him.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I buy him.
I definitely.
I
I'm
would buy him
gonna
too.
Yeah, I bet you would. I would buy even Mendes over,
Yeah, I know. I would too.
Yeah. Did you guys happen to catch the Wayne?
So Eva Mendes, if you're watching,
It's Ava, not Eva.
it's Eva.
Ava.
Eva Mendes.
Ava. We'll pronounce it Ava Mendes.
Okay, whatever. Either way, Ava.
If you're listening, she likes you.
Yeah, let me get a good look of her.
Fuck you.
Yeah, she'd fuck you hard.
And I would love that to happen.
I'm also interested in that happening to me.
I just said if there was a have to be threesome that would be acceptable.
That would
I agree.
I buy that.
It would take a lot.
I'm not into threesomes, but I would go for that.
Right. Threesomes are awkward as hell. And that's a different discussion for a different time.
There was a
But
threesome
anyway.
with the man, Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's alright.
I think you just want Nicolas Cage solo.
Yeah.
You want a one-on-one with Nicolas
If
Cage.
there had to be a three-way with a man, I'd probably go Daniel Craig.
I'm going Jason Statham.
Daniel
Yeah.
Craig.
I'm going Jason Statham.
I could do Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason
Or Chris Evans. I wouldn't mind Chris Evans in bed, you know what I mean?
Who's Chris Evans? Chris Evans.
Captain America, the Human Torch, that guy. He's kind of cute. He's kind of got that
Oh,
adorable
Superman
cute.
guy would be better.
Henry Cavill would be a good one
Henry
too.
Cavill would be better.
Yeah.
Who's that? That Thor?
Superman.
Superman.
Oh yeah. He's beefed up with Thor, even better.
Oh, that dude just looks like a god.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You take one look at him and
I
he
wonder
just...
if he's got thunder in his pants.
Right? He looks like a
Make
god.
a little lightning.
Fucking the Avengers too. He'll just pop out his fucking 3D penis and hold it up next to the hammer, and it'll be the same fucking size. Shit.
This YouTube video is not for children.
No. I don't think kids really watch my video anyway, but at least I hope not. Anyways,
Oh well.
what were we gonna get to next?
Parents let him on the internet.
I think the last thing we talked about that was Superman related was the Last Days of Krypton.
No, we were talking about Law and Order guy.
Oh, Christopher Maloney, yeah.
But my favorite guy in the movie really was the guy who played the other general.
Oh yeah, the African American
I
black
can't remember his name.
general, American general. None of us can remember his name. I forgot to look him up earlier, but yeah, I liked him.
He was really good.
I wish he would have been in the movie a little bit more
He
too.
was white in the comic, wasn't he?
He will be in a lot. He'll be in other movies.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the other ones. Lawrence Fishburne played Perry White. You know, wrong skin color.
That one, that's what I'm talking about.
Wrong skin color, but you know, I think he did a good job in the movie.
He was okay. It didn't have enough of him,
Yeah, they didn't have enough.
and he
of him.
wasn't enough of a hard ass.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, in Man of Steel 2, when they're gonna have him at the Daily Planet and shit, he's gonna be in a lot more.
And no Jimmy. There was no Jimmy.
No Jimmy Olsen.
That was good.
That's a sell for them and a sell for me too, because Jimmy Olsen. I like Jimmy Olsen.
Okay, now let's get to the movie.
Okay. Did you guys happen to catch the Wayne Enterprises satellite?
Yes, I did.
I love that moment. It was only for a brief minute, but I loved it. It was great. I'm like, oh, it's Batman.
Possible Justice League.
Bye. Bye, the Justice League. Yeah. What else we gonna talk? What else can we talk about? Oh, you know his story when he was growing up as a kid in Smallville. In the original ones, it was all that shit first, and then when he was older. Well, in this one, they did it a little bit differently. They, he crashed on Earth, and he was older, and then they cut back throughout the movie of him growing up. I really like that a lot.
They didn't really show him as a baby.
But I liked it. I liked how they did it
They
because
didn't show him as a baby.
Yeah, they didn't really show.
They
They didn't show the
spacecraft.
the parents finding him, but whatever.
I really liked it though because
I liked it.
Too many times in the movies you get stuck in the backstory in the beginning.
Yeah,
and it takes an hour and a half,
and it just drags out. That's the problem. But with this movie, the pacing was actually good. It was thrown in when it needed to be thrown in, and I liked it.
Yep, I liked how how he's learning how to use his powers.
Yep.
And then they use that against General Zod.
You know what?
Later. In the
Oh
movie.
yeah.
You know
We'll
what
get to
power
that.
he didn't use though?
What?
Blowing.
The super breath.
The super breath?
He did not use.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, maybe he didn't brush his teeth.
He didn't.
Maybe.
He could have put the fires out.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't brush his teeth.
It took him forever to do the eye laser thing.
So obviously,
that is kind of a sell there.
Yeah, we did like this movie. We just have a few flaws. One of my biggest flaws in this movie, they drug certain parts out longer than what they needed to be. I didn't care for that. Like
the last fight scene.
Oh my god.
That was a snoozer.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I was awake the whole time, but I just felt like, really, come on, you can, you don't have to show all that.
How long do I have to fight General Zod?
Right, and he didn't even fight General Zod until like the very end, really.
That really was like, come on.
Guys, because he spent a half hour on the fucking tentacles on that spacecraft, which he didn't need to do at all, really.
Spent some time with that girl.
Yeah. Yeah, he did spend some time with
That
her.
was okay, fighting her.
All that was okay. I was fine with all that. It was the fucking, it was the whole...
She had a foreign accent.
Yeah.
It's like, you're from another planet, not a foreign country. Why does she have
Why do you sound British?
Right.
Right, why does she sound different?
Yeah. But yeah, those...
They have British people on that planet?
It was certain parts like that just...
Now, if she would have been wearing this hat, then that would have been okay.
Hi. Like the Joker in The Dark Knight always wearing the nurse outfit.
Their breathing atmosphere things, that was dumb.
The little helmets thing?
That was dumb.
Yeah, I didn't really care for that. too much.
was
I
never a
mean,
problem.
I kind of get what they were going for. I just didn't really like it.
Come on, but you look good with the helmet on.
Yeah. Hello? Hello? Oh, this is fun. But yeah, just
But the last fight scene was too long.
yeah, I agree. They drug it out a little bit longer than what it needed to be.
So my biggest problem with the movie. We're going with our biggest problem in the movie.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
My
about.
biggest problem. Superman does not kill.
Superman does not kill. However, you know,
Superman does not kill. And you follow the comic books. General Zod goes back into the Phantom Zone, and he comes back. He never does die.
They could have done that. They would have
back into the Phantom Zone, but he had to stay out.
Right.
And then he had to kill him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could tell he wasn't happy about killing him. We kind of talked about this earlier. He didn't just like snap his neck, get up, and say, "That's what you get. I'm gonna go get a
But
beer."
that was-
Well, you just told him how they killed him.
No, it just.
You just said it. You
Well,
didn't
it's
have-
okay because I said in the beginning this was spoiler heavy.
I was hoping he was going to laser beam him with his eyes.
Yeah, like the laser
Then
beam
he started
thing.
getting the laser thing, so that kind of like.
Yeah, it would have been stupid if he would have used it too.
Because he just lasered his ass.
Right.
He got his laser shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That killed the movie for me. That was my worst.
I thought they were going to leave that suit on the guy forever too. I was like, how's he going to?
Yeah, General Zod was wearing that armor. Like I thought he was gonna wear it the whole time. I was like, rip the shit off until finally he ripped it off.
Yeah.
You know,
Finally
his crotch
manned
area
up.
Yeah, he
was
finally did
small.
man up,
He
and
did.
he fucking ripped that shit
Well,
off.
both of theirs was.
The Superman's wasn't that small.
It was a little bit small.
That guy's
No?
crotch area was like tiny.
You're checking out his package, weren't you?
Well, yeah, you know,
Skin tight
it
suit,
was
you know.
tiny, like tiny little package down there. It's like, what is that?
Sorry, Mr. Shannon.
I still think you're a great actor. I do.
But the girls say.
The girls are selling your penis. I'm sorry. I like Michael Shannon. He did a great job in this movie. I'm just gonna say that again.
But the guys are buying Amy's boobs.
Amy Adams boobs,
Yes.
which they should have shown in this movie, but they didn't. Like they could have thrown in a shower. Or
Why
something.
can't the superhero thing be R-rated and we can see boobs?
Right?
Maybe
Why are none of them R-rated?
There are some R-rated ones. Punisher was R-rated.
Did they have boobs in it?
Yes, they did.
Because it had to be for
The director's cut of Daredevil, the unrated director's cut, has boobs in it.
Let's break the false pretenses. We're not making these for the kids. These movies are for adults now.
Obviously.
Man, they don't make comic books for that shit for kids nowadays anyway.
Right, I think the adults enjoy it more than the kids do, because the kids
Show
just...
some titties.
Right, show
There's
boobs!
titties!
Come on, Marvel, come on,
You
DC,
want
throw some titties in
Catwoman
there.
Titties, and show some Catwoman titties.
We're in a skin tight suit anyways.
No,
Show something.
Right, show some
I
boobs.
have that same.
I want a nipple. Show me the nipple.
Show me the nipple, show me the
Little tear.
No tear?
I'm sure she wouldn't mind seeing some more ass.
Probably
Right?
why. That's probably why they are taking forever to do Wonder Woman.
They want to
They-
show her boobs.
They want to show the boobs because Wonder Woman was about boobs,
Yeah.
big boobs.
Well, they can't find anybody with boobs like you,
They
honey.
can't find her with a woman with boobs and a butt that can do the boobs.
This is Wonder Woman right there.
Right?
She's got the boobs.
DC, if you guys are watching, you need to cast this woman as Wonder Woman.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
Or like
Yes.
Matilda the Hun.
I buy.
I buy.
I buy.
I buy.
Medusa. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, another one of our biggest problems in this movie was the end when the whole city is destroyed. The Daily Planet's destroyed.
The Daily Planet was destroyed.
The Daily Planet was burned the fuck down.
Collapsed, it burned.
Boom.
Person trapped inside.
And like a day or so later.
10 seconds later.
Right. 10 seconds later in the movie. It was probably a couple months later. And
He becomes Clark Kent.
He becomes Clark Kent that we all know and love with the glasses and shit. And
the room
and the
looks
Daily
same.
Planets look all fine. I mean, that what?
Okay, my problem is
Ooh.
Clark Kent came before Superman.
Yeah.
He was supposed to go to Daily Planet and work and be Clark Kent, and Lois not know the difference for a long time from now.
Mm-hmm.
and slowly come out as Superman.
Which the glasses are a great disguise, by the way.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Does he wear contacts when he's not wearing glasses?
Well, come on.
So,
He
yeah.
doesn't even need the glasses, okay?
Do you even recognize me now?
Right? No, because you...
Wait. Oh,
he's Superman! He's Superman! I saw it!
No. I'm not in him.
It's okay, you didn't go into a telephone booth, you're fine.
You could at least put on a fake mustache.
Right?
Yeah.
Like go to the dollar store and get like the glasses and the big nose and the mustache that all come together. You just put them on and it's all right there. That'd be a better disguise.
You know what, though? This Superman was more beefed up than Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve really wasn't that muscular.
Yeah, he was. What the hell? Okay, I get it. I have bad teeth. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Huh?
How did they?
Fuck no.
How did they shave his face?
Gillette.
Nads. They
Gillette.
pulled it out. They didn't shave it. They
There's
pulled it out.
advertisements out all over Facebook and YouTube, and it's got a picture of Henry Cavill as Superman, and it says, "How did he shave?" And it's a big Gillette advertisement.
No, I don't believe it.
You don't buy it?
I don't buy it.
Because you can't. No, because his hair was.
This is the Man of Steel.
You couldn't even cut it with scissors.
Right? His facial hair was pretty
And
bad.
it was supposed to be able to hold a ton, you know. They have it in a museum. In the other movies, they have a strand of his hair.
Yeah.
Because Lex Luthor goes and steals it and stuff.
And the whole
Well, that's how he makes the second Superman. But that's a whole other movie. But no, you can't even cut it with scissors. So it wasn't Gillette. It was Nads.
That's what I'm just saying.
Out. They had to pull it out. You couldn't cut it.
I say they used a diamond saw blade.
Diamond saw. That's interesting.
Maybe his dad sent him to Earth with a special cut.
Maybe.
Or something.
Maybe.
So what was your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite part of the movie? Oh. I really liked the beginning a lot. When everything was going down on Krypton, that was probably one of my favorites. Like, that whole sequence itself was...
You want to know my favorite part of the movie? When he's, like, in the water, when he's saving the boaters.
Oh, yeah, when...
Shirts off and everything.
Oh, yeah, and he walks through and he's on fire and everything.
Chest and,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I like the bus scene, too, when he saved the school bus.
I want a butt shot. I think they should do a butt shot.
A butt shot of Henry Cavill. I'm sure it's out there on the internet somewhere.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the movie?
A shower.
Oh, and his fight with Zod, too. That was...
My favorite part of the movie? General Zod on the ship. When they're explaining the whole... How they got there.
Oh, yeah.
And him laughing at Superman, changing to the environment.
Yeah.
That was like his best evil moment.
Another thing I didn't really care for, the transmission that Zod was bringing all over the world when he was coming down and shit. He's like, "You are not alone." And it was all that shit, but they never really showed a glimpse of his face. I thought that was pretty dumb. I didn't really care
But how
for
do you
that.
think an alien's going to introduce themselves?
Well, yeah, but, you know.
Blow up the world.
Right? You can start there, I mean.
Well, he's trying to be their friend so he can find Superman.
Yeah.
Before he blows up the world.
That's another thing. I like General Zod as a villain.
Trying to be their friend. He was faking.
No. Let me explain.
He was manipulating the people.
Let me explain it to you this way.
Americans
One of the big
manipulated by aliens.
Yeah. One of the big reasons I like General Zod as a villain is because he truly believes he was doing the right thing. It was in his genes. He really thought he was doing the right thing, and that
I agree with you.
I like that. That's what made him a great villain, in my opinion. Because
he was totally right from wrong.
He's following his genes. He was just
in his genes,
disposition.
In his genes, he's supposed to defend his planet, and he's supposed to, you know, all that jargon. That was in his genes. That's what he believed in. That's what makes him a great villain. So. He's a bad guy who thinks he's a good guy. That was clever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about that whole like, you know, when General Zod's in Superman's head and you know, and they're in Smallville and he's explaining why everything has to happen this way and shit. Did you like that?
That was okay.
That was
I liked
okay.
it.
Yeah. I mean, we already knew as an audience what General Zod's plan were, but Superman had.
It was a good idea.
yeah, Superman had no idea what his fucking motives were in the first place. So this was a great scene for General Zod to explain his motives to Superman. So, and the whole he was sinking down in the human skulls and shit. I like that. That was cool. And another thing I liked was it's kind of like a big message in this movie. It was more than one part, but it kind of expanded on this. It's when Jonathan Kent is explaining to little Clark Kent that, when the world realizes what you can do, it's going to change everything, and will people accept you or not? And sometimes you don't have to save them. I think that really worked out well, particularly in the part when that tornado came, and, Clark Kent wants to go and run and save Jonathan Kent, and Jonathan Kent stops him and goes, no, you can't save me, or else everyone's going to know.
That was a good part.
I like that. That was cool.
But so overall, what do you think of the movie?
I loved it. Even as a big, not a big Superman fan, I loved it.
Scale of 1 to 10.
9. I give it a 9 out of 10. I liked it a lot. Just a couple little small flaws I had with it, but that's about it.
How about you?
I would say 8. If it's not Christopher Reeve. You can't replace the original.
9.
Okay, so I love this movie. I probably would have given it a 10. But because he kills Zod,
you're never going to get over that one, are you?
I have to give it a 7.
You have to give it a 7? Wow, you had it in at 8 last night and earlier.
I don't know, but
you're bumping it down to a 7 now, huh?
The killing, I just can't get over that.
Yeah, a lot of Superman fans are pissed about that.
I think he could have done it a better way.
Now, what? Okay, this is
snapping his neck.
Right, I mean,
Who lasered his ass?
But he wasn't happy about.
Burn his face off.
If it was an accidental death, that would have been one thing.
Right.
But he literally.
He was saving people.
I know, he still
He
killed
was
them.
saving the world.
Superman fucked this city up. I like that.
He may have been saving the world, but there was no Metropolis left by the time he was.
There was no Metropolis, and then suddenly it's all fine again when he goes back to the Daily Planet and shit.
If this was happening in real life, wouldn't you want him to snap that fucker's neck?
Well, yeah, but it's a Superman movie,
This is principle here.
Right.
Send him back to the fan zone.
But
we're gonna have General Zod come back now.
You could tell he wasn't happy about snapping his neck, but he knew that's the only way to fucking get rid of this motherfucker. Maybe he'll be back. That's another thing we should talk about. What do you guys hope to see in Man of Steel 2?
The naked butt.
That naked butt.
Him and Lois Lane have got to get it on.
Nipples.
Lois Lane's boobs.
Lois Lane's boobs. That would be on fire.
On fire. Yeah, I'm hoping.
Lex Luthor.
I'm hoping we see Lex Luthor.
Gotta have Lex Luthor.
You gotta have Lex Luthor.
If we don't have Lex, there's only one other acceptable bad guy that I would see for number 2.
The Brainiac. The Brainiac, yeah.
I could see Brainiac coming along and Lex Luthor discovering the whole thing through Brainiac.
Yeah.
But it's Lex Luthor that I gotta see. But if it's not him, it has to be Brainiac, because they're the only 2 acceptable ones right now.
Yeah. I'm hoping for Lex Luthor. And I hope they introduce Kryptonite,
Now, let's see if they follow the comic book, because the guy who ran the bus off the road was Lex Luthor in the comic books.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me. I didn't know anything about that.
So if that was really Lex Luthor, we got to go into it.
Yeah. Kind of go back to that moment.
Blown out.
Yeah.
So he wanted to see.
And that's how he discovers Superman in the comic books, is he sees him save the kids in the bus.
Yeah.
And that's how he becomes fascinated with Clark Kent.
So yeah, I'm hoping we see Lex Luthor and Kryptonite.
So maybe we did see.
We gotta see them have sex. They can make little.
We gotta see Lois and Clark have sex. So we can see Amy Adams' boobs and Henry Cavill's ass for the ladies.
Just making an R movie.
Making an R-rated movie.
Listen, DC.
Come on, Zack Snyder. Make it rated R. Yeah, there was no end credit scenes. There's really nothing to talk about there. There was nothing after the credits. I was hoping there would be something. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this little discussion video. We're gonna call it a discussion video on Man of Steel. Hopefully, let me know what you guys thought.
Real movie talk.
Real movie talk. This is kind of a movie review and movie talk at the same time. So yeah. which I should bring movie talk over to my new channel. I should probably do that.
We should just call this. This should be your movie talk.
This should be movie talk. I was just thinking of calling it Man of Steel discussion.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So yeah. That's all we gotta say for today. We'll see you guys in the next video.